Okay, so like I said, this brings in some actual Nazi stuff, but also it brings in some non Wonder Woman stuff.
Tad of Wonder Woman, Woman of the War number 4, The Poison of War. The world was at war. For most people, war meant armies, tanks, weapons, battles fought across fields and oceans. But Diana had learned something from her time in man's world. War was not only fought by soldiers. Sometimes it was created in laboratories. Sometimes it was created by people who never stepped onto a battlefield. And sometimes war wore a scientist's coat. Wonder Woman. Diana Prince had spent months learning humanity. She learned its kindness, its courage, its flaws, and she learned about its greatest conflict, the Second World War. A war spreading across the world, threatening millions of lives. Steve Trevor was fighting every day to help stop it. Steve Trevor. But even Steve knew something. The enemy was not only on the front lines. A new threat had appeared. Reports came in from Europe about a mysterious scientist working with the Nazi forces. A woman creating dangerous chemical weapons. A woman whose experiments were changing the course of battles. Her name was Isabel Marou. Dr. Poison. Dr. Poison was brilliant, but her intelligence was twisted by obsession. She believed science existed to give the powerful complete control over others. To her, people were experiments. Countries were test subjects, and war was the perfect laboratory. Steve brought Diana the information. We have been tracking her operation for weeks, he explained. She's creating something that could wipe out entire groups of soldiers before they even reach the battlefield. Diana looked at the files. This is not war. Steve looked at her. What is it? Diana's expression hardened. It is cruelty pretending to be strategy. Steve was not going after Dr. Poison alone. He had backup, a legendary group of soldiers known for impossible missions. Easy Company. Easy Company. They were not gods. They were not Amazons. They were ordinary people who chose to stand against extraordinary evil, and Diana respected that. The soldiers looked at Diana with confusion at first. One of them stared at her armor. So you're really doing this? Diana nodded. Yes. Another soldier looked at Steve. You brought a warrior from a hidden island into a war? Steve smiled slightly. I did. A pause, and I'm glad I did. The mission was simple. Find Dr. Poison's operation, destroy the weapons, stop her experiments, but nothing involving Isabel Marou was simple. Deep inside an enemy facility, Dr. Poison worked on her latest creation. A chemical weapon unlike anything the world had seen. She believed fear was the greatest weapon. Not armies, not bullets. Fear. When Diana and Easy Company entered the facility, they discovered the truth. Dr. Poison's operation was massive. Machines filled the rooms. Chemical formulas covered the walls. Entire sections of the building were dedicated to creating weapons meant to change the war. Dr. Poison appeared on a screen. So, she said, the Amazon finally arrives. Diana looked up. You know who I am? Dr. Poison smiled. I know exactly what you are. A pause. A weapon created by gods. Diana's expression changed. I am not a weapon. Dr. Poison laughed. Everyone is. The battle began. Easy Company fought through enemy forces. Steve led the mission from the front, and Diana confronted Dr. Poison. Dr. Poison released her chemical weapon. A cloud spread through the facility. Diana raised her shield. The gas struck against it. But this was not a normal attack. It was designed to break the body, to weaken the mind. Diana pushed forward. Dr. Poison watched in disbelief. How are you still standing? Diana stepped through the gas. Because my strength does not come from what you understand. Dr. Poison unleashed everything. Machines, weapons, chemical attacks. But Diana kept moving. Not because she could not be hurt, because she refused to stop. Steve and Easy Company reached the control room. We found the main system, Steve shouted. Diana nodded. Then end this. Dr. Poison tried to escape, but Diana used her lasso of truth. Lasso of truth. The golden rope wrapped around Isabel Marou. The truth came out. The experiments, the weapons, the suffering, everything she had hidden was revealed. Dr. Poison struggled. You think stopping me ends war? Diana looked at her. No, a pause. But it stops one person from creating more of it. The facility was destroyed. The weapons were eliminated, and Easy Company helped save countless lives. Later, Steve stood with Diana outside the battlefield. You know, he said, most people would have run after seeing what was happening. Diana looked toward the horizon. My people taught me that strength exists to protect others. Steve smiled. Your people sound wise. Diana smiled back. They are. But while the world celebrated the defeat of Dr. Poison, something else was happening. Far away, on a hidden island, a strange energy source remained unnoticed. Deep within Paradise Island, beneath layers of ancient protection, something impossible rested. A machine, an artifact, a piece of technology that did not belong to Earth. A glowing object from another world. A mother box. Mother box. The island had protected it. The Amazons did not fully understand it. The Kangas had adapted around its presence. And for generations, the Masira had unknowingly been guarding something far beyond the gods. The mother box pulsed once, a quiet signal, a message sent across the universe. And somewhere beyond Earth, something heard it. Characters, places, and groups. Characters, Wonder Woman, Diana.
So yeah, we brought in Dr. Poison, who's working for the Nazis. We also brought in Easy Company, along with bringing in the Mother Box. So yeah.